Guys, make sure you stay until the end. We want to share one good advice with you. If you make that simple mistake, you may end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and repairs, diagnostics that you may actually not even need. Make sure you stay until the end. We'll explain what we're talking about. Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Super cool, easy video for you guys having Chrysler 300, that generation here from year 2014 to year 2024, guys. If you want to see how to remove, how to replace engine starter, where it's located on the 3.6 V6 engine, guys. Other ones will be very close as well. Stay with us, we'll cover that step by step. It'll take us less than 5 minutes to replace that engine starter. But if you think you have a bad starter, make sure you stay until the end. It could be something else causing that. We want to explain what it is. Then we'll explain with the starter because it could be super easy repair. By the way, if you need to buy replacement parts too at a good price, quick shipping, we'll share the information in the description of the video below for your convenience. So let's start on it now. So guys, before we start, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we guys do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, that way we can keep making these free videos. We show you how to fix engines, transmission, bodywork, fuses, relays, all that stuff, guys. And if you need to buy cheap parts and tools at a good price, quick shipping, we'll put a link in the description of the video below. Guys, check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 15,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Before you guys replace your starter, first we want to show you where the fuse and the relay are located because it could be simple fix, and there is another trick as well that can cause your starter not to work and how to fix it. Go ahead and open the hood, guys, facing the engine on that 3.6. Even if you have a V8, that location will be the same. On the left side, that's the passenger side, that's the main engine fuse box. Press the tabs together, leave the cover up, and you're going to find the fuse box, guys, underneath with a layout like this one here. Before we guys continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. Guys, it's very important to always test your fuses and relays. Why? Sometimes you may think you have a good fuse, guys. It's hard to tell. Look at those fuses, right? And sometimes, okay, you pull the fuse. Okay, I'm going to get the fuse puller and I'm going to remove one fuse. I want to show you on that 20 amp fuse. Sometimes it's very unclear if that fuse is burned or not. You may not clearly see it. So always, guys, test them, because if you don't test the fuse, you assume it's good. You end up spending money, time, and diagnostics for problems that do not exist, guys. So you can just waste your money and time. Always test your fuses, always test relays. We will put links in the description of the video below where you can find, guys, a video for testing a fuse and testing a relay that will explain everything that you need to do. If you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your Dodge Ram, fuses, relays at a really good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time, we're going to put a link in the description of the video below for your convenience. Please check it out. Here, guys, what we need to check. If we come right here, you count that fuse number 2, 3, 4. Fuse number 4, that 30 amp fuse, that's the main engine starter fuse. Another fuse that you will, guys, another relay that you will need to check for the starter, guys, is known as relay 27. We're talking about this relay right here. So check the relay, check the fuse, because it could be simple fix. After that, let us show you here, guys, what we have on that, okay, V6 engine. Now we have the engine out, so you can clearly see everything, right? You'll be a little bit limited room when the engine is there, but still doable from underneath. This on the driver's side, under, guys, okay, the cylinder head here, okay, it's the starter. You can see that's your engine starter. So now that starter, guys, has 2 bolts. Let me show you where they're located. I want to show you quick. Okay, so these bolts, guys, okay, if you come, one of them is right here and the other one, okay, is, okay, let me show you right underneath, guys. These 2 bolts with 16mm socket. We're going to go ahead, okay, let me see, is it 16? Yep, 16mm or 5/8. We're going to go ahead and remove that. Now, stop, guys, I want to show you something. Here, you need to have the car battery disconnected. This right here will be the positive cable coming from the car battery. If you touch it anywhere on the engine block to a ground wire, you can burn modules, computers, fuses. It will be a big mess, guys. So disconnect the car battery. It's important to know which battery terminal to disconnect and reconnect first. If you do it the wrong way, you can burn again modules and computers for thousands of dollars. So if the car battery is disconnected, you can proceed with removing the second bolt. Let's go ahead and do that too. I'm going to hold the starter. Here you will have the battery cable connected with a 13mm nut. So you need to remove the nut, get the cable out, and here you have the signal wire coming from the ignition switch. It will be on a plug-in, so just disconnect it. Then, after you remove the second bolt, guys, okay, let us show you. The starter itself has one guide. Okay, and that guide, guys, I want to show you here. You see that hole here? That little bitty hole? Okay, that's the guide that goes in it, right here. Okay, that one. Now, if that starter doesn't work, before you remove it, check fuse and relay. But something else, guys. You see that wire right here? Okay, that's it. Okay, that's right here is a signal wire, guys, from the ignition switch. We've seen where that wire is loose, not connecting good, or came loose, or corroded, dirty. That caused it not to work. So before you buy a new starter, always check fuse, relay, always check the ignition switch wire as well, because it could be simple fix as well, guys. So guys, that generation Chrysler 300 has all kinds of different size of fuses, guys. You can see different fuses, relays. That's the engine fuse box, that's the trunk fuse box. Those could be really hard to find, some of them, guys. And if you're in the middle of nowhere, you need a replacement, you cannot get one, you may be stuck, guys. So we will recommend to buy some, put in the glove box for peace of mind. Keep some spare ones. We'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping. That way you do not waste money and time. Hopefully the video was helpful, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.